gang, Ronan here. And as you can see in this game, we've got Alpha Radagast and Flagstaff 2016, both playing the German alternate battleship line, Tier 5 Derfflinger. And this ship is, well, it's just awful. There's not really any way to sugarcoat it, so I won't try. I can tell you that. That's just, all right, we'll start with the main battery. Just start with the main battery guns. If we look at AP shell DPM, Derfflinger is, of all of the Tier 5 battleships, both premium and tech tree, it is third from the bottom of the list in terms of its AP output. So we're talking about 21 Tier 5 battleships, and that includes a lot of the Congo variants, of course, but yeah, third from the bottom with 153,231 potential AP damage per minute. Oh, it's so. Oh well, maybe Ronan the HE shells are better. Maybe that's what it is. No, that's really not it. The the HE DPM on this ship, 62,769. That is absolutely rock bottom of the list in terms of HE shell damage per minute. It's just horrible. Is the range special, you might be asking? No. 15.9 kilometers base range with a 26-second reload. Lots of ships have better range and or reload. Maybe the turret traverse, no, 45 seconds. Nothing special. You get a couple that are a little bit faster, but most are that or slower. It really doesn't have, in terms of main guns, anything particularly special about it. German AP shells have a lot of penetration, which is nice, but you have to land them, and these guns are really just, well, they're just not that accurate. Most Tier 5 battleships are not. So let's take a look at the Sigma value. Well, Tiger, Agincourt, both have 1.5 Sigma, and then you have Derfflinger at 1.6, and then every other Tier 5 battleship is either 1.7, 1.8 or better. So I guess the best would be 1.9. Then Giulio Cesare, Viribus Unitis, and Britannia are all at 1.9. So really nothing spectacular. Well, okay, Ronan, fine, I can accept all of that. But what about the secondaries? Tell me about the secondaries. Well, there's not really a whole lot to tell there either. Let's just take a peek here. Secondaries. Secondary DPM. It is number 5 from the bottom. So it's number 16 out of 21 in terms of secondary damage per minute. Even if we look at the number of shells that hit, it's still number 5. It's got a 5-kilometer range, which is decent, but most of them are going to be 4.3 to 5, somewhere in that range. But occasionally you get someone who knows what they're doing in the ship, and they have a game like the one that we see here. Now I just tell you how awful the ship is to highlight how great a game Flagstaff has in the ship today. So we see one Citadel and one ship finished off. Now granted, he's only got 4,800 damage. But still, you have to be paying attention. You have to know where the red ships are. You have to have the guns pointed in the right direction, and you have to be able to land the shot. And he does all of that and then some in this game, which makes it a lot of fun, despite the fact that the Derfflinger is a terrible ship. It really is just an unpleasant but necessary step to get to the Tier 6, the Mackensen, in the alternate German battleship line. Secondaries are going to work, as mentioned. Not really anything too spectacular there. And you can see Alpha Radagast is continuing to push in the same direction he was, while Rocket, Flagstaff 2016, he's known as Rocket to everybody in ICOP. Just keeping his sights on the König. König's trying to get the guns, I'm guessing, on Alf. And that kind of anemic AP, well, it did not do much. Can he finish off the König? Nope. 219 HP. Koenig makes it around the corner to be probably finished off by someone else. Galissonier, well, plainly intends to use torpedoes. But Rocket is too savvy for that, and he starts moving the rudder so that he can get his nose toward that ship before the torpedoes arrive. So he's going to only eat one of those, and his secondary is working like mad and doing very little. But that's okay. It's all going to be fine, because at 1.7 kilometers, the guns don't have to be good. Now that Koenig, you can tell, Alf has got his sights on that Koenig. And the red team's in big trouble. They lose Galissonier to Rocket, and Nicholas takes out the red team's Nicholas. Green team down 4 ships, red team down 5. Koenig pushing around to the corner. No, it looks like he stopped. Alf, though, is probably only moments away from trying to finish him off. Now, if Alf can't get the shot, and it looks like he can't, for whatever reason, it's hard to imagine that Koenig is reversing faster than Alf could move with Derfflinger, but and you can see Alf is using his airstrike to help Rocket have some idea where the Koenig is at, and also to know himself where the Koenig is at. Alf is sailing flat broadside to where the Koenig will come out if the Koenig does come out that way. So there's a little bit of risk there. New Mexico is coming around the corner of the island at what, Echo 7? The red team's Independence finishes off the green team's Aoba. And maybe we'll see New Mexico finish off the Koenig. New Mexico and Alf Radagast are both kind of circling the drain that the Koenig is going to go down. Oh, look at that. Rocket's liable to be the one to be able to finish him off. Alright, so that's kill number 3, if you're keeping track, for Rocket in his Derfflinger. Well done. Alright, yeah, you know, you can say, well, it's only 32,578 damage, but it's still 3 red ships sunk as a result of shots fired by Rocket. So, good job, Rocket. So there's another cruiser. Let the rear guns kind of get away from him there for just a minute, but still has the front guns available. And looks like he's going to help New Mexico with the Bravo Cap. Now he's got a broadside shot on that cruiser. I think he's got to take it. I wouldn't wait for these guns, the rear guns. Just get that shot off before that cruiser angles, and he does. Nice shot. And that is kill number 4. And that was only forward guns. Really great shot. Ismail now appears to be the target of choice. There's still a U-69 over here somewhere. And the Ismail with 503 HP has become the focus of Rocket's attention, and it looks like Ismail's about to get sunk. That is Kraken Unleashed. Kill number 5, and, you know, say what you will, you know, 42,000 damage, yeah, blah, blah, but Rocket's situational awareness, keeping an eye on the minimap, is phenomenal in this game. He's using a terrible ship and has a Kraken with 3 citadels. He's defended the cap 10 times. He's playing a heck of a game. And now he's going to work on the U-69. Lands 1 direct hit. He's got AP loaded rather than AG. See whether or not he's able to do any damage. Yep, a little bit. And he puts another airstrike out there. Will there be torpedoes on the way here shortly? More than likely, and it looks like Rocket is anticipating that, beginning to swing the nose around. Sub looks like he's diving. Rocket gets a flood, but New Mexico finishes him off. Okay, well, the last known position of the Indy was kind of dead ahead. And given where those torpedo bombers came from, I'm guessing, and it looks like Rocket is guessing, that, well, maybe Rocket didn't see that the sub got sunk. I've had that happen to myself more than once, so I can understand that. Focused on other things. Looks like the Indy is going to go after the New Mexico, which gives Rocket an opportunity to put shells on the Bayern. He's not going to be able to get a shot on the Indy for a little while. Guns are now reloaded. Bayern is, well, he's not perfectly broadside, but it's not very well angled. It's a long-range shot, but I think I'd probably take it. And it looks like Rocket has decided to do the same thing. He's trying to get some idea of Bayern's speed, probably using the smoke there. Puts the shot out, and now he will probably become the focus of attention for the CV. Indy will probably start throwing everything at Rocket now. Is he going to get another shot on the Bayern? Bayern with 15,000, now probably a little bit less. Bayern finishes off Alf Radagast and his Derfflinger. Green team has 2 caps. Red team has 1. Rocket switched to the HE shells. Got a couple fires started on Bayern. That's probably a really good idea. And looks like he's going to follow that up with another volley. And it looks like Bayern may have sped up just a hair. Here comes some bombers. A little bit of damage from the bombers, and Rocket finishes off Bayern. That's kill number 6. And now pushing into Independence. Now, Independence, you would think maybe Rocket would have some success shooting down some aircraft here. No, he doesn't. He won't. I mean, I was playing a Holland game, was it yesterday or the day before? Holland, in the game I'm talking about, I was under aircraft a lot of the game. I think I shot down a total of 6 aircraft. AA in this game has been a joke since the rework. So, Tier 5 battleship doesn't really have much of a chance against a Tier 6 aircraft carrier. There's a flood. Rocket's going to have to do something about that. Fortunately, the Derfflinger does have kind of a rapid reload on his damage control, but still probably won't be enough if we get another flood, and we do. 30 seconds until the DC comes back up, but that's going to be enough to get off at least 1 good volley. I hope he waits for the rear guns to clear. Didn't even need them. 2 pins to finish off the Independence. That is kill number 7, and there's really no way to stop the flooding. Our hero is about to be sunk, and that's going to leave a Furious and a Normandy against a Texas with a little over a third of his original HP. And 6 minutes and 35 seconds to go. I won't make you watch the rest of this. We'll just kind of speed ahead to where we can see the outcome. There it is. There's the victory. And 61,000 damage, 30 target hits, a couple of aircraft, a couple incapacitations, 7 ships destroyed, 3 fires, some floods, 3 citadel shots, 10 cap defenses, 54 target hits on the secondaries, landed a big shot on a sub, picked up coordinated attack, Kraken Unleashed, and general offensive. Really, really great. Taking a look at the scoreboard, tops the scoreboard with 1,671 base XP. Tip of the hat to Normandy and also to Alf, both of whom played a really good game. And to the red team's Independence, Drowsy Monkey, and their Texas, possibly maybe, both of whom played a really solid game as well. Detailed report. Big damage on that Le Galissoniere. Definitely helped out with Bayern. with Koenig, Balearis, Omaha. Indy just finished him off. I mean, Indy didn't have much in the way of HP left, but really, really, really solid. Pretty much every ship that Rocket set his sights on, he sunk. And again, you can say all you want about hardly any damage. That takes situational awareness, and that is a really well-played game. HE shells, well, landed enough to do a little bit of damage. Primarily damage came in terms of direct damage from the AP shells. Some fires, picked up a little damage there. A little bit of flooding on that submarine. And AA defense, well, it's not exactly non-existent, but it's nowhere near enough to be able to stop attacks. 444,000 potential damage. Rocket was in the fight for sure, and took a little bit of damage from multiple red ships. Some decent XP and decent commander XP as well as credits. Excellent game, Rocket. Well played. Thanks for sending me the replay. Those of you joining me, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, I hope you'll like and subscribe. Maybe tell a friend, and I'll see you next time.